Hello everyone. So I'm in the middle of a project here. I have already done a couple. When I was starting on this, I thought, well, I'll just film it and show people how I do it. So we've got an intercity there, and as you can see, she's got interior lights now. Put some passengers in. So I'm going to start and switch it off. You just swipe it back like that. And how it works is there's a reed switch which you can activate. You can close or open the reed switch by using a magnet. And what you need, you've got to make a circuit, obviously, and an LED strip there. Got a black wire, a red wire, and if you look at the red wire, there's the reed switch. Now none of this is soldered yet, but all this has to be soldered up, and that completes your circuit then. That's a battery holder. It takes the 2032 battery. Doesn't take that long to make your circuit. Now there are different, let's put this to one side, there are different coaches that open differently. I've already took the, this is the one I'm going to be doing now. Took the body off, and it's a little clip at the bottom there and the bottom there, and well, it's like an opening in it there at the bottom, that little slit that goes into a little stud there and one on that side, and that's how that body comes off. Different coaches come apart differently. As you can see, this is a intercity, but this has a screw there and a screw there, and that's how this one comes off. So they all come off differently. So you have to work out how to get the body off, and I've put some people in. So you're going to light it up, you don't want a ghost train, you want some people in the carriages, because all passenger coaches are lit. I mean, for safety reasons they'll always be lit, so it just makes it more realistic. Now you can buy all this that you need. People will sell you everything you need. And I got enough here for 12 to do 12 coaches. I've got more than that, so I'm going to have to get some more once I've done these. You get the batteries, the wire, the battery holders, and the reed switches. So it works out about £7 per coach. to do, but I think it's worth it. Just takes a little bit of time. When I'm soldering, I'm going to have to put the camera down because I'm going to need both hands and a helping hand. So what I'll do, I'll solder all these together. I'll keep the camera going, but I'll put the camera down and hopefully you'll be able to see. Once they're all soldered together, I'll bring you in and show you, and then it's just a case of putting it into the roof of this, the LED strip in the roof of this, with the battery hanging down, and I'm going to blue tack the battery to the back of this, and that'll be it. Okay, so I'll put the soldering iron on now, and then put this camera in a position where you might be able to see it. Okay, I hope that you can see. So solder the reed switch on first. Just use this as a weight to, that LED strip tends to want to jump about. Turning. So all the soldering's been done now. There's the circuit. Now I bend the leg of the reed switch because obviously when this is connected to the roof the wires are going up to it, so I bend the negative wire make sure you connect it to the negative of the battery holder, which is the single prong there, and then there's two lower prongs, and they're both the positive. And then make sure you get the positive of the battery holder to the positive of the LED. So you can see there it says plus at the top. I always connect the reed switch on the positive side, and then the negative wire just goes from the battery holder to the negative side of the LED strip. And then you've got a circuit, because power needs to flow. So it's going to come through, go back through the return here, what we call the negative, and then just keep flowing round and flowing round. Any break in that circuit, it ain't going to work. That's what the magnet does. This reed switch will break the circuit when it's in the open, and then you use the magnet to put it into the closed, and it will connect the circuit. That's how it works, just like a normal switch, but it's magnetised, so it'll work with a magnet, so you don't have to keep taking the coach apart to switch them on. So I'm going to stick this to the top, but I'm going to try it first. Should we try it? Because we need to make sure, don't we? Oops. Let me just put this down. A bit too close then, didn't I? Put the battery in. Would help, wouldn't it? So put the battery in the battery holder now. It's a 2032 battery, and then hopefully it keeps wanting to jump up to the magnet. No. Let me just put this down a minute. There. Let's come on. And hopefully yeah. Thought first though, because it's all definitely soldered. It's always best to check, because you could have a duff reed switch. So check it just before. So what I'm going to do now is put this down and stick this into the roof, put the battery in its place, and we'll come back to it then. Okay, so body's back on. See if we can get. You have to sometimes do it a couple of times. Yeah, that could be a bad reed switch actually. They're usually more responsive than that, but as you can see, and the battery is just in there, but that's a frosted window, so you can't actually see it. Like I say, I used a bit of blue tack and just stuck it to the back of that. Now you don't have to do it that way. Some people will put the battery at the bottom here, but then you've got to drill an hole to feed the wires up to the roof. I'd rather not. See, I've just left this coach as it is and just added to it. I've not gorged any of the details away or anything. And I don't, when I cut the strip, I go from about there to about there. I don't do the full length. Okay. So like I say, it's up to you, but you will have to make that circuit. There's no way around that. You will have to solder that circuit up. There's no other way. Right. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got a Class 67 coming from Rails of Sheffield, so that should be here in a couple of days I think, and then I'll actually run these intercity coaches with it, and wants to keep rolling that and see how that. I'm looking forward to that, because I do like the Class 67. So I'll wait for that to come and then I'll post that video up. I don't know whether you've seen me soldering. I tried to put the camera in a position where you'd see it, but I'm sure you know what soldering is. And if you can't solder, get someone who can to do it, because there's no other way of making that circuit but solder it. Because if you used any other type of kit, you won't get it into the coach. So, okay, take care everyone. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.